ये धारावी सोना है।
धारावी सोना है।
सोना है, सोनों को छोड़ के तुम चांदी पकड़ो बोले चांदी को नहीं लेते हम लोग, है कि नहीं?
सही बात।
Dharavi has become the epicenter of the Mahavikas Aghadi's political fight against Adani. In fact, the allegation that Adani Group has been handed over some of the most high-profile and prominent real estate in Mumbai has become one of the most important themes in Maharashtra elections this year. Dharavi is Asia's largest slum. It sits on almost 3 square kilometers of land right in the heart of Mumbai city, and it's home to almost 13 lakh people. Now in 2022, the Adani Group won a bid to redevelop Dharavi, and since then, this has become extremely controversial. Many critics, including residents of Dharavi, now fear that the project has eventually become more to profit Adani Group than to actually improve the lives of people in Dharavi. Many are fearing that this will end up becoming gentrification and people who are living in Dharavi for many generations will be displaced.
तकलीफ तो होनी है, जब इधर से हटाएंगे तकलीफ तो होनी है। काम भी अपना उठा के मतलब जितने भी है ये इतना बड़ा सेटअप रहता है हमारा भी बेकरी का, तो ये हम लोग कहाँ लेके जाएंगे? अभी ये बोलते हैं अभी करेंगे तभी करेंगे, तो हम लोग को तो आगे का देख के करना पड़ेगा ना।
नहीं, हम लोग का रूम इधर है तो इधर ही मिलना चाहिए ना, आगे क्यों जाने का? हम लोग का इधर ही है, स्कूल बच्चे लोग का सब धंधा पानी सब इधर ही है।
हम लोग का अगर मेन बिजनेस इधर ही है, अगर मैं बाहर जाऊंगा तो मुझे बिजनेस किधर मिलेगा? तो मेरा बिजनेस इधर रहे और मैं इधर रहूँ तो ज़्यादा अच्छा है।
In the 1940s and 1960s, under the British, when there was a large-scale eviction in Mumbai, people were moved to Dharavi, which was at the time in the outskirts of Mumbai. Over time, other slum dwellers and pavement dwellers were also moved to Dharavi. Then people who came to Mumbai looking for jobs from other parts of the country too settled here. So over a period of time, the Koli folk, which are the fisher people, the potters from Gujarat, people from Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Nepal even, all of them came and made Dharavi their home. Today, Dharavi is one of the most diverse pockets of India.
This Dharavi is not something like a 1 year, 2 year, 5 year thing. Okay, Dharavi was there when Britishers were there.
Right.
Dharavi became a Dharavi because it is a hub of multiple industries. Okay, multiple small scale industries, from rag pickers to the plastic to the clothes, the garments. To you will be surprised to know that entire Mumbai sweets, the small, not big sweet houses. I'm not talking about big sweet houses. The smaller bakeries, the bakery material. Entire Mumbai's bakery material is cooked in the Dharavi every day. Wow. If you go around 5, 6 in the morning, in and around Dharavi, you will find many vehicles with bakery products going in all the directions of Mumbai. That is what the Dharavi.
In 1971, the government officially declared Dharavi a slum and provided basic amenities like water, electricity and sanitation. In 1985, Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi allocated 100 crores for redevelopment of slums, with 30% specifically allotted for Dharavi. In 2022, after years of stalled plans, the Adani Group finally won the bid to redevelop Dharavi. But shortly after, things took a turn. The project by Adani Group aims to transform Dharavi from a sprawling slum into a modern urban hub with high-rise buildings and improved infrastructure. But here's the issue. The current residents are likely to be relocated out of Dharavi to different parts of Mumbai.
तो इस वजह से हम ये कर रहे हैं कि यहाँ के लोगों को बाहर क्यों भेजा जाए? जब पुनर्वसन होता है तब, और ये भी प्रोजेक्ट भी इन सेतु प्रोजेक्ट है, यानी जहाँ का वहाँ ही डेवलप होना जरूरी है। तो वहाँ नहीं डेवलप करके वो बाहर जमीन ले चुके हैं, जहाँ 600 एकड़ अपनी जमीन है, वहाँ उन्होंने 1500 एकड़ जमीन मूल में पूरे जगह ली, और वो जमीन भी ली है, वो मिठागर की जमीन है, अपने डंपिंग ग्राउंड की जमीन है, जो वहाँ रहना ये नहीं है, और नॉन डेवलपिंग जोन है, वहाँ उन्होंने जमीन ली है जहाँ रहना खतरे से कम नहीं है, क्योंकि वहाँ ये देखा होगा कि देवनार के आजू बाजू के जब यहाँ देखा होगा तो वहाँ पॉइजनस गासेस निकलते हैं और वहाँ के लोगों को रेस्पिरेटरी ट्रैक की बीमारियां होती है। तो वैसे जगह पे हमको, और वो वहाँ डंपिंग ग्राउंड ऑलरेडी है, वो निकाल के वहाँ हमको देने वाले, तो हम वहाँ जाए क्यों?
The allegations against the Adani Group are now that the tender terms were quietly adjusted to give Adani Realty some big advantages like extra land, tax waivers and fees cuts. And this has led to questions about whether the process of the tender was really fair and who stands to benefit most from this huge project.
65% of India's real estate business comes from this tiny city. That is the truth. So that is a huge money into it. Okay. So giving Dharavi project to anyone was always a controversy. Right now, the state government has given a note or rights to sell TDR to anyone, to DRPPL. DRPPL is a private company in which state government is 20% and Adani Properties 80% as per a quote to the Reuters. There is no document to it, at least to the my notice. Okay, still. So this DRPPL will get right to sell the TDR coming from the Dharavi or the rest of the Dharavi to all the private players. That means it is like a monopoly on the TDR. And any builder in Mumbai, any real estate developer in Mumbai will have to buy first 40% TDR from the Dharavi. From the DRPPL. That is a condition.
A company that is 80% controlled by the Adani Group.
Yes.
There are many small-scale industries that are being operated out of Dharavi. Most importantly, because it is so centrally located, there is a great supply chain management that has been put in place for many, many decades now. For example, where I'm standing, to my right, there are a list of bakery item producers and their products are distributed across Mumbai. To my left, there are many people who are working in various aspects of making garments, and their products too are supplied across Mumbai and across Maharashtra too.
For generations, people build their homes and lives in Dharavi. And now, as they face the threat of eviction and displacement, there's yet another issue waiting for them. Residents in other parts of Mumbai, like Mulund, Nehru Nagar and Kurla, have been protesting the resettlement of Dharavi residents in their areas. The government has allocated fragile salt pan land, like in Bhandup, to build housing for Dharavi residents. But these areas are crucial for biodiversity and act as natural flood buffers, and building on them could severely impact the city's ability to manage flooding.
Environmental activists are saying that there are multiple lands available. First, you don't need to rehabilitate Dharavi people outside Dharavi. That is one thing. Second thing, if you want to rehabilitate, there are multiple lands available. Don't get into salt pan land.
Right.
So salt pan lands are outskirts of the today's Mumbai.
Right.
And they are joined around mangroves. And mangroves is what this mangroves stop Mumbai from flooding. So if we cut down the mangroves, salt pan, and if we start developing on salt pan land, then today if Mumbai is going into water for 20% Mumbai, if every year, then with this development, we will see 50%, 60% Mumbai goes under water in every monsoon.
Another proposed site is the Deonar dumping ground, the city's largest and oldest landfill. This raises serious health concerns as the toxic environment has already caused respiratory and other health issues among the nearby residents. Building homes there could put Dharavi's relocated residents at even greater risk.
कोई भी जब बिल्डिंग बनती है, कोई भी इसका सोसाइटी का रीडेवलपमेंट होता है, तभी एक प्लान बनता है, उस प्लान को दिखाया जाता है, वो अप्रूव किया जाता है, फिर आगे की प्रोसेस होती है. यहाँ कुछ प्लान ही नहीं बना है, सिर्फ बाहर की जमीनें कैसे भी करके ले लो, ऐसे चला है. प्लान पूछा जाए तो प्लान कुछ नहीं है, बोलते आप ही प्लान बताओ. ये कैसा डेवलपमेंट है? तो इसलिए हम खिलाफ है. हमको तो लगता है, सबको लगा, धारावी में ऐसे नहीं है कि धारावी के हर लोगों को लग रहा है कि हमारा विकास हो, हमको भी लग रहा है धारावी का विकास हो, लेकिन इसमें कहाँ विकास दिखाई नहीं दे रहा. विकास दिखाओ और फिर बोलो.
For over 2 to 3 decades, residents here at Dharavi knew that there is a redevelopment coming. They were prepared for it, and most of them were even looking forward to it because it meant that their lives will get better. They thought that they'll get better roads, better houses, better sanitation, and overall, this will be a better life. But what they didn't expect is that they will be thrown out of Dharavi and put in different parts of Mumbai.
For Dharavi residents, these assembly elections are not just about politics, they are about survival. Who wins this election could totally change things for lakhs of people packed into Dharavi and decide what shape the long-promised redevelopment takes.